I woke up this morning and Warren said, by the way, you're on a panel. So I don't have much prepared, but what I want to talk about is a little bit different about magic. I did a talk last time that I started out with something and I realized that when I revisited it, it went someplace else. I want to share what it went someplace else. So I want to start out the same way. I'd like everybody to close their eyes and imagine the face of a child. Be a child, you know. And as you look into the eyes of that child, I want you to stretch the corners of your mouth up to your ears. I want you to present that child with a genuine, warm-hearted smile. If you do it right, you should see that child's eyes light up, and they should return a genuine smile back to you. And you open your eyes. That is what I think we need to do. That, I think, is the magic. There's two parts to it. We like to talk about the magic of the genuine smile we're giving everybody. But I think the one that's even more important is the genuine smile they give back to us. So I think the way we approach things shouldn't be so much about what's the magic we're creating, but I think it should be what's the magic the children are doing. And our job is to support the magic that the children are doing. And you see the magic when the children do it, right? You see the gears turn. When you hear them go, aha. When they understand something differently. When they're doing stuff with your apps that you didn't even think about, right? That's the real magic. So I want to talk about what are some of the things we can do to help support that. I'm just going to go through some of those real quick. Some of these, I know, I'm preaching the choir, but sometimes that's good, just to remind us. First one, we need to honor our responsibility to all children. I used to say children, but I think it really have to think about all children. When we step in the space of children, we're no longer just programmers, we're no longer developers, we're no longer just entrepreneurs. Our job titles, all of our job titles, need to include child advocate, child educator, child caregiver. We need to learn about children. All of us need to learn about children. The PhDs in this room with early childhood development, they're still learning about children, right? It's not enough for us to say that we have kids, so we know a lot about children. It's not enough to say that I used to be a kid, I can remember, right? The child you were in the world it is today is completely different. So we need to learn about more children. Warren put it great. You've got Wikipedia. So continually come to things like this, and let's learn more about children. Chip Donahue's word he's been using a lot lately is intentionality. I love it when he says it. And the idea is we're supposed to educate intentionally. I want to make us also think about how we educate unintentionally. I think that's even more important. It's so easy to create misconceptions that we don't mean to do because we're doing something else, right? So I think if you're doing things for kids, they're learning from whatever we put in front of them. We haven't really talked about the whole violence thing, so I'm going to just take a little bit more time to talk about that. It came back up again, right? The debate of do videos, games cause more violence? That debate's going to go on and on. But I think the thing that's not debatable is this. When you have those shoot-up games, what are you teaching? And is it safe to say that we are teaching kids to fire and shoot and aim high-powered weapons at multiple moving targets? And is that a skill we want to teach? Now, I know we're saying, well, those are adult games, but how many games have we seen where the game mechanic is shooting something, right? So, just to keep that in mind. Next one, our job is to celebrate learning. I think in the industry I see this a lot, where I've had some misguided quotes. I think they're misguided. Some of them are from famous people. This one was, wouldn't it be great if kids could have so much fun playing a game that they don't realize they're learning? And the answer to that is no, right? They should think learning is awesome. And so we should be celebrating it. We shouldn't be disguising it. We shouldn't be trying to hide it. We shouldn't be covering it up. Another one is, our job is to make learning seem like fun. That's not our job. Learning is fun. We're supposed to just bring it out. And then the other one is using gamification. That came around a lot. And Jim, I don't know, did you say gamification or did you say gamification last time? I really like that. I thought you said gamification. I thought that's awesome, but I didn't know if I could claim it or if you said it. But can we share it? So it's gamification. The idea of, we have game elements that work well for games, right? And we have to remember what's the purpose of those, right? Las Vegas uses techniques because they're trying to manipulate people, right? We shouldn't be manipulating kids. I've heard people say, wouldn't it be great if we could get them addicted to math or get them addicted? I think addiction's bad, right? So our goal should not have our kids get addicted to anything. I think we should celebrate that stuff, and how we do that, there's a couple ways to do that. And then leave fingerprints is the other one, is just kind of human touch. So I want to get back to the smile. When I'm creating stuff, and I think it helps with everybody, if you have a standard you're reaching for, and usually it's one you really can't reach because it's such a cool standard. My standard now is actually a genuine smile. I want to create a genuine smile. And it works at a couple levels. I'm going to go real quick. First one, the design of a genuine smile is the perfect interface. Right? It's simple, beautiful, universally understood, and it's human. I want my apps to be simple, beautiful, universally understand, and I want kids to know a human was involved with this. The other way I love it, and this is one I've been doing a lot with myself, is this. The feeling of creating a genuine smile. We all know what that feels like. When we're creating our apps, it should feel the same way, right? When we're coding, when you're doing illustrations, it should feel good. It should feel good for the same reasons. Genuine smile feels good because it's real and it's honest. Now, I'm not talking about the smile like I gave Warren when I said I liked your shirt. I'm talking about a real smile, right? So I want to just end with one more thing. I want everybody to close your eyes one more time. Imagine the face of a child. This time, let's make it a child we don't know. Maybe it's a child with special needs going into a therapy session. It could be a child in an inner city school. Or maybe a child in a hospital bed with an iPad. And I want you to look into their eyes. This time I want you to present them with a finished version of what you're currently working on now. If you do it right, their eyes should light up and they should return a genuine smile back to you. And that's it.